Kane Williamson not fit. He hurt his quad at training the other day. And Mohamed NABI, we felt that playing two spin here, given the thought process that we wanted to chase, probably wasn't an option if we got stuck the other way. So we went with the bowling all-rounder, hitting the wicket as hard as we could was probably the better option. And obviously disappointing for Mitch to go down like he did. I think through the middle period, it's very hard to play cross-bat shots. If you bash the length, you have to obviously play straight as you can, and you have to try and make the pace. If you change your pace, it's quite difficult out there. The ball was obviously going up and down, but I felt that once you had two batters in, it was actually difficult to try and contain, and obviously wickets changed the momentum. Obviously, it's disappointing not to have two batters for us in at the end, or one batter, but that's just how the game can go. Obviously, it's very different, playing with high-rise light towers and then obviously round circle towers. So the ball doesn't have to go too high and it can be distracting, but at the end of the day, you got basic errors that were out there. For us, no communication. That's just poor. But Dale Staines, I think if you were in the stadium and you saw what happened, the ball tailed away from him at the end. That was a very high ball. At the best of times, some people aren't getting that. I think Aaron Finch, he'll be disappointed he dropped that. That was an absolute sitter. But look, not so many people in world cricket are catching that one either. He absolutely got that right out of the middle. So, look, I think obviously coming here, new venue, there's a few challenges, but a bit more communication from our side. I think in general with cricket, you miss the fans, the spectators. We play this game to put on a show for them, and hopefully they can come and watch us. And obviously, unfortunate at the moment, these unprecedented times, but we have to thank and credit all the people behind the scenes to get this up and running. We know how tough it is to get over 3,000 people into one country and have, I think, over 15 biosecurity bubbles. It's an amazing effort, an amazing achievement, and we're extremely grateful that we're able to actually play this game. We wouldn't have put them in the middle order if we didn't think they were good enough. And if there's anyone who wants to criticise the middle order batting, it's something I haven't really seen out there before. Some three bizarre dismissals. I've encouraged them to keep playing their way and not think too much about the scenario or the situation out there. We've got to really rely on our senior players to guide those guys out there in the middle. And if so happens to be two youngsters out there, my message was just to play their natural game. At the end of the day, it's the only way you can learn. It can be difficult at times. It's a pressure environment, 100 million people watching this. Just got to keep it calm, keep it simple for them.
I'm not sure exactly what the change was. I know AB's been doing a lot of keeping, but so has Josh. He's been practicing very hard on his keeping over in the UK when he was with the Australian tour. So I think it could be just a thing that changes game to game and depending on the opposition, the scenario. So it's just one of those things that I think, I'm not sure. I don't think AB's got a niggle, but at the end of the day, it's a great win. Yeah, there was a huge amount of dew. Probably when we trained the other night, we tried to see if around 8 o'clock it would come in, and it didn't come in too bad. But tonight it was very heavy. The ball was like a cake of soap towards the end. So that made it a little bit tough to execute for our bowlers. But I thought they stuck at their task very well. It was a great effort from our bowlers. I suppose wanting to chase with the amount of dew, it makes sense. Yeah, Dev, he's a brilliant young player. I think he's shown over the last couple of years in domestic cricket, under-19 cricket, how talented he is and how destructive he can be at the top of the order. So, I loved opening with him. He's such an exciting young player. Left hand, right hand, it adds a little bit as well, which is nice. My advice was just play your natural game. If you're feeling it against a particular bowler, keep going. Play nice and smart. And then my role changed a little bit. Then it was me just getting off strike, trying to get ones to keep his rhythm going. Yeah, we knew that in batters were going to be crucial, and we felt as though if we could open one end and get a new batter in, guys who come in the middle order found it hard to start their innings. It wasn't easy to get away to a flyer and hit boundaries early with the slowness of the ground, but also the wicket being a slightly lower surface. So we knew that we just had to keep hanging in there, and luckily we did that. YUZI was exceptional with the ball. I think he showed his class and his experience tonight. It's a great question. I asked him out there, how does he hold the ball properly? He said it's a bit more difficult, but he's practiced with it a lot. He's very experienced in international cricket where you play in a lot of conditions where there's heavy dew as well. So he's the ultimate professional, and he got the job done under pressure, which was outstanding.